on the side. Think of us as the awkward silence after a dirty four-way eviction. That's right, joining me for tonight's eviction soiree is an esteemed panel of entertainment royalty. Actually, they're a bit more like a dictatorship. First up, back in 2010, he was voted Wales' sexiest man, and as far as I'm concerned, he is still looking hot. It's the lovely Matt Johnson. Wedding to Janine Butcher was voted the 7th greatest of all time. Mine didn't even make the top 100. Boo. It's Barry from EastEnders, a.k.a. And finally, a man who has beaten the likes of Ollie Murs, Stacey Solomon, Jedward, and even our very own Claire from Steps on the X Factor and pop star to opera star. But unfortunately, he only managed to finish second on tonight's Bit on the Side meat raffle. It's the lovely Joe McElderry. Sorry, I'm hitting you in the audience. OK, let's start with tonight's eviction. Joe, did the right person go?
I don't think it was whether the right person went. I think tonight was going to be a popularity contest. You know, you've got Claire with a massive fan base from Steps. Yeah. Ryan, who's just done X Factor. Heidi and Spencer, who are kind of like, I think, the ultimate Big Brother pantomime creatures.
Yeah, and they split opinion, don't they?
Exactly,
really
and I think
divided.
everybody would want to keep them in. So I think had Lacey maybe been up with somebody else, she probably would have stayed.
Who do you think she would have stayed against?
Maybe it's Ryan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But Neighbours, he's got that whole Neighbours following now.
Yeah, I just think, I don't know. I just think he's not really giving a lot at the minute, is he?
He's quite quiet, yes, actually. Did you guys think We'll find out if they ever end up here. Joe, could Lacey have done anything to save herself? How should she have been in the house, do you think?
I think she's actually done really well to get this far, considering who else was in the house and the personalities and the profiles of who was in. I think she's done really well, and she's come across really well, and I think she's represented herself as a really nice, genuine girl. So I think up against those guys, there was nothing she was going to be able to do to save it, I don't think.
Do you guys think there's anything she could have done, apart from obviously cop off with Sam, which is what you said? Could Lacey have done anything else?
More showers.
I think
Did you just raise her half hand? So polite.
I think her problem was that she was a bit of a floater between Spidey and the rest of the housemates, and maybe if she picked to align herself with one of them, she would have got better.
I think it's really hard. You can't really align yourself with Spidey, can you? Because it's just the two of them, and they don't, and they definitely don't want Lacey anywhere near Spencer. God forbid. Joe, you have won 2 reality shows. That's how good he is.
Come on.
So when you keep winning those votes every week, does that just feed your confidence? Do you feel unstoppable?
I think it would be completely different being in that house, because when I've done those shows, you know, I've been out on the street, I've been to gigs, I've been with the public performing, so they have no idea what's going on in there. But it is nice to know that you are kind of, you know, I suppose, relating with the public, because for somebody to pick up the phone and vote for you, you've got to be doing a pretty good job. Yeah. Either being a nice person or doing something. You know, you've got to be doing something right.
Ryan looked terrified tonight, didn't he? When they said his name, he was like that, oh my goodness, and then he heard the cheers, and the just look of relief on his face was just overwhelming. It was brilliant. Right, we've got to talk about tonight's task. Joe, do you think that Frankie enjoyed being that dictator just a little bit too much?
Yeah, I think he took it a little bit too far. I was like, right, stop now. It's like the first couple of minutes was funny, and then I was like, they're going to start hating you if you carry on doing this. So, yeah.
Did you find it was Razor who was kind of like, I think you should do that now. I think you should
kind of with the roast dinner thing as well. When they walked out, the store cover with the roast dinner, it's like, I would have been walking out and been like, I'm so sorry, like, taking it in, because, you know, they must be starving, and it's that kind of food that you would just want at this point, isn't it?
And they were like that.
Yeah.
Smell
Razor was like parading it through.
Well, it appears that the Italians are key. Joe, who do you think will go on Friday?
Possibly Ryan.
Yeah. Ryan, Sean?
Maybe somebody like, Ryan, or maybe Trisha.
The quieter ones, maybe.
Yeah, well, the people that haven't really... I can understand why people keep their heads down, like Gilly and Trisha, especially when things got a little bit testy with, you know, the others and aggression, but after all, people have to up their game if they want to stay in. So.
Yeah, and Matt?
I think, unfortunately, she's a lovely lady, but I think Claire might go.
Oh, really?
My reaction on Twitter, I think she's quite a negative vote.
Controversial, Matt Johnson. Right, that's your lot for part one. Still to come, it's nearly time for me to go hard or go home, as I'll be joined live in the studio by our latest evictee, the lovely Lacey. We will see you in 2 shakes. Now, earlier I grilled Lacey. Now it's the turn of this lot in here to give her a good old roasting. So, Jo, why don't we start with you?
I'm absolutely fascinated by Heidi and Spencer.
Yeah?
I just cannot get I cannot get my head around it, and obviously you spent a lot of time with them. Is it real, or is it like an act? Because, you know, they've done the hills, things like that. Do they just completely know what they're doing, or...?
Being in there, and I'm a little bit naive, to be fair, I kind of thought... You kind of think, OK, I get where they're going, and then you're like, OK, I have no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
I know they're generally crazy in love with each other, which is beautiful to see. Like, their marriage is so strong. But now, being out, I kind of think they are playing a massive game.
Yeah.
A massive game. But I don't really know what game that is because they're so boring in there. I just sleep all day and eat crisps.
Did you enjoy being in the house with, like, big personalities, or was it quite, you know, there's so many loud people in there. Was that quite frustrating, or did you...
I didn't mind it. Like I said, if there was younger people in there, I think my personality could have shined a lot more, because people kind of got me. When you used to kind of say something, everyone's kind of like, and you're kind of like, OK. Yeah. No one got that one. So it's a bit awkward. So, yeah, I think that... I'm quite a big personality, and I thought I was massive until I got in there. I was kind of like, shit, I'm a mouse. Yeah, I'm tiny. But, yeah, no, it was hard, but it wasn't, like... It was hard, actually, because it kind of... You can feel everyone sort of taking the limelight in the house. Not what you guys see, but what we feel inside the house. Like, everyone sort of takes the limelight, and that is quite hard to struggle with, because you just want people to hear you sometimes.
Yeah. Did you feel that you were being ignored at all?
Yeah, a lot. And only the... It's all right. Only the last couple of days I started to voice my opinions and started saying, look, I feel like you guys are leaving me out. And only took me the last couple of days. I don't know why, I just all of a sudden, I think I was getting a bit... I think it's when Sam left, I was kind of like, no, I've got to let them know, like, I feel a bit left out here. And then they all started to kind of bring me in a bit more, which was nice. But I just hate the whole cliquey thing. It feels like I'm in school, like... I don't want to be in that again. I just kind of wanted to go around everyone and be everyone's friend and just get to know everyone. But... Obviously, sometimes it just doesn't work like that.